Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace, rest whenever you need to, and feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin sitting. If you have something you want to sit up on, you can grab it, a blanket, cushion, block, and come into a comfortable cross-legged position. You can either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Start to slow down your breath. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin with eagle arms. Take one elbow on top of the other. If you can get the palms together, do so. If they don't reach, you might just grab a thumb or just focus on the elbows. And put some pressure between the elbows as if you're trying to pull them apart. And that can help spread between the shoulder blades. You can also think about spreading the ribs as you inhale. Notice which arm is on top, and then release. Take a few gentle swings. And then bring the other arm on top. Pressure between the elbows, spreading the ribs, long torso. Nice wide open torso. And then release. Another couple swings. Let's bring the hands to the floor behind us, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back and your elbows back. Lift the chest. Take the chest as high as you can. Sternum rising up. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top. Sitting tall, drop your right ear over to right shoulder and press down through the left shoulder. You might even reach through left fingers. Exploring what it's like to be in your body. So each of these shapes, more than something to perform or get, is just a set of instructions that's going to bring you in contact with a different part of you. Let's drop chin to chest, come over to the other side, both shoulders drop. Now reaching down through the right shoulder. So some of this may be familiar, some of it may not be in your day-to-day movement. So when we go towards things that are unfamiliar, there's going to be some learning there. What am I feeling? What am I noticing here? Drop your chin to your chest, come over to the other side, and go back and forth a couple times. Half circles or three-quarter circles. Next time your chin is to your chest, stay there. Interlace your fingers behind your head and let your elbows hang down, stretching the back of your neck. Let's release the arms, head floats back up. Again, hands to the floor behind you, fingers facing forward, roll your shoulders back, your elbows back. Lift the heart as high as you can. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees. And then roll your way up. So So let's come to a kneeling position with the toes tucked under. So you may want to put your knees on something like a cushion or blanket, but having the toes tucked under and sitting back. Sometimes like to call this the dread toe stretch because it can be really uncomfortable, either mildly uncomfortable or really uncomfortable. If it's too intense, like you can't handle it, you could have the toes tucked under but without any weight. So feel free to lift your hips at any time, and then if you want to come back, come back. So while we're here, purposefully in this uncomfortable position, see if you can notice reactivity. So did your shoulders start to lift? Did you begin to tighten in any way? Is it possible to feel what this pose is stirring up and relax your face, your neck, your shoulders, knowing at any point, if it's too much, you just come out of it. Either untuck your toes, come out of it entirely, or just lift the hips for a moment. This stretch can be great for alleviating sciatica. If you ever suffer from sciatic pains, tucking the toes under like this stretches something that can create some alleviation of that. I just like to notice like heat is rising, agitation. So can I be with that and maintain open awareness, slow deep breath, relaxed face? Now let's release. Untuck the toes, straighten out the tops of the feet, and sit back. So this is going to be, a relief for some bodies and tight and painful maybe in a different way for other bodies. So again, you can have something under your knees or not. For some bodies, this is a big stretch, just having feet straight back. For others, not so much. So if you don't feel a stretch, you could lean back and start to lift the knees. For some bodies, their knees can come all the way to their chest. So you're just finding, where do I get to my edge on the top of my feet? So this is about exploring full range and keeping healthy mobility, and it's also about putting ourselves in an uncomfortable position where we get to practice, instead of habitually reacting, choosing how I am and what I choose to do, rather than just habitually, fight or flight. So let's release that now. Tuck the toes. Oh, you might want to just move your feet around a little bit after that. And let's come back to a little squat. You can rock front to back. Having toes point straight ahead. Stretching the toes as you go forward, getting into calves and ankles as you go back. And then drop the heels. Let's lift the hips and come to hang in Ragdoll. Feet hip-width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can let the upper body hang or use support through your arms. If this feels too tight to just let the upper body drop, you might rest elbows on thighs or hands on blocks or ankles or the floor. Finding a position where you can allow the heaviness of your head to hang. Let's plant the hands near the front of the mat and step back into a high push-up position, bringing your shoulders right above your wrists and the whole body into a straight long line. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up, and then come into your back bend. And this could be low or high. Little baby cobra. Seeing how it is to go higher. How does this feel in your body now? And then back to down dog. Here you may want to continue pedaling out your feet, working out any tightness from those intense feet and ankle stretches. One stretch here in down dog that I love to do is taking one foot. So let's take the right foot, turn the toes out, and step on your left foot. And here, the arch of one foot can give a little massage to the instep of the other, and vice versa, bringing some awareness through touch. And then switch. Left foot turns out, using the instep to massage the arch. And come back to neutral. Let's drop the knees and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor, letting go. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left, and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table, come back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, and lightly hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths. In down dog, or you might come back to child's pose or sitting or onto your forearms or knees, any neutral shape. If you want to keep bringing attention to the feet here, you might try lifting the toes. They may or may not actually come off the floor, but in attempting to lift the toes, it engages the arches. It's something I have really enjoyed peppering into my practice just to bring some awareness to my feet. Last breath here, wherever you are. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, let's take the right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee to your chest and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times, pulling the hips up and back as you do. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. All right, towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Shoulders are down, but arms long. Last breath here. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go like Ragdoll. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Drop the back heel. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. Deep bend in the front leg. Straight long back leg. One more breath. Release. Make your way to down dog, whether that's through a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog, or some other movement. More important than what you are doing is that you are feeling what you are doing, whatever that happens to be. Now from down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times. Take your leg a little higher and then left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Looking for space and length as you inhale, grounding and ease as you exhale. Last breath here. Tip forward, standing splits. We'll do this with hips square, the upper body letting go. Reaching that back leg straighter, longer, higher, letting the upper body release. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. One more breath. Release. Make your way back to down dog. You can come through any movement transition and then settle into a good rest, whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, something else. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms pressed down. Let's take just the right arm up as we inhale. Exhale over to a side bend. Left arm can provide a little support. If you need more support, you might bend your elbow. Reach long. Reach a little further out to come up and release down. Same thing other side. Reach a little further out to come up. And then release down. Interlace fingers, press out through your palms. Take your arms up by your ears. As you do this, drop your shoulders. Still keep your arms straight. And then rise up onto your toes for a little balance. So that could be just a slight lift of the heels, or you might come all the way up, or anywhere in between. So looking for reactivity. While you're concentrating on balancing, while you might be wobbling and falling, can your breath be steady and your face relaxed? Let's stay in balance on the toes and start to fold forward. You can bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. Might be the upper legs, some of you might fold deeper. Try not to lock your knees, put a little bend. Breathing wherever you are. And then release. Drop the hands, drop the heels, drop the head. Let that go. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips low, head high, fingers low, shoulders low, fingers high. Feel what's going up, what's going down. Maybe try lifting the toes here. You can just keep adding these little details as you're able. If it's too much, just remember that you're breathing, feel that you're breathing, and then if you have wherewithal, check in on other things. Apply what you know. Add new little things to your checklist. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. From down dog, let's take a pigeon pose right side. We'll slide the right knee forward. Scoot the left leg back, helping the hips get as low as they'll go. Feel free to add support, something under your right hip or under your chest or forehead, a block or blanket. Feeling right where you are, using what you feel, combined with everything you know, however much or little that is, to take good care of your body. Going up to your edge, not beyond it. Let's bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under the right hip and it's in your way, move it out of your way so you can lean to the right, and then slide the left knee forward, coming into a half hero on the left side. So if this is too tight for this ankle, you can pad it. If this is too much for your knee, you can sit up on something, a blanket or block, so add whatever support is useful. Lean back onto the hands. Pick up the hips just for a moment and tuck the tail, trying to open up the crease in the front of the left hip. You might stay on your hands. You might explore coming lower, maybe onto one elbow, just a right elbow. You could come to both elbows. You could come all the way back. If you start to have pain in your knee or overarching the lower back, come back up. And if this pose does not work for you, don't do it. Directing the stretch from the hip to the knee. Let's release. You can lean to the right, straighten the left leg out. Maybe give a little rub to the knee or ankle, working out any tightness after that. And then we'll switch sides. You might take a vinyasa, you might just come back to down dog, or you might just bring the left knee forward. You can switch sides in the way that feels right for you. Taking the time you need, and then when you're ready, left knee comes forward for a pigeon pose on the left side. Find the angle that suits you, the support that feels useful. Notice what you're doing, notice reactivity. Can your breath be steady here? Your face relaxed, shoulders relaxed here. Let's bring the upper body back up. If you have something under your hip, move it out of your way so that you can lean to the left. Slide the right knee forward, adjusting the calf out of the way, maybe adding props if you need something under your ankle or under your hips. Lean back, tuck the tail, and then find what height feels right for you. Really trying to keep excess arch out of the lower back by lifting through the belly, opening through the front of the hip, dropping through the tailbone. Breath steady. To release, let's lean to the left, straighten the right leg out, and give a little rub to the knee or ankle, working out any tightness there. And we're going to make our way onto our backs. If you want to take another vinyasa on your way there, you are welcome to. If you want to just rock on back, find yourself on your back, knees to chest, and then take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. Let's just take a couple back bends, starting with bridge, feet hip width apart, parallel, right under your knees. Press your feet down, lift your hips up. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back, shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. Whenever this feels complete for you, come down and rest. And if you want to come up again, come up again. If you don't feel like it, don't. We are moving towards the end of class. I really want to listen to your body, your needs, what you feel like right now. If you are back bending, feel what you're doing, take the time you need. There's no rush. If you are done with your back bends, take a counter stretch. Maybe knees to the chest, maybe happy baby, maybe a forward fold. Each time you finish something, you can just ask, what's needed now? How would you like to wrap up this practice? If there's any last pose or stretch you want to get in, take your time. If you want to do a little self-massage or start getting your body comfortable for your final resting pose, take your time winding down. Eventually coming into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Taking a few moments in stillness and silence, releasing all effort. Let go of the control of your breath, let go of trying to stay present, let go of your body, and just settle into ease, surrender. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in, roll to one side. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. Bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't think any harm happens on your end, and it's good for me for numbers and whatnot. You can like my Facebook page, Chandra Cantor Yoga. I've got a new Facebook group, Chandra Cantor Yoga Community, where it would be easier for you to see when I post new videos and offer workshops and retreats and whatnot. Thank you for supporting me in all these ways. Financial contributions are always appreciated. Venmo, PayPal, Patreon are 3 ways to do that easily. Have a great day.